Welcome back. We've got a date with the plot, but first we have to resolve this cliffhanger. Oh, well that was easy. But we won't be seeing him for quite a while. So, while there's no stopping him, there's no starting him either. Did I mention I really like Lily? She knows just where to push Kara's buttons to really piss her off. This is part of why Lily's my favorite character. Kara's just an insufferable bitch for the beginning of the game, and Lily makes her pay for it constantly. Anyways, our grandparents are safe in a village, and Lily is recommending that we go talk to some townspeople. Well, I'm not gonna. They don't have much to say. But you know who does? Jem the Jeweler. I think he owes us some stuff for all the jewels we've been collecting. Very nice. I think you can do better. That's more like it. Now, we didn't take a look last time, but let's take a look at the full inventory. One more jewel and we'll get another point of health. Strength is next. The Psycho Power and Dark Power are for, well, you'll see what they are for. And the mysterious secrets of Jem the Jeweler will be revealed a long time from now. Alright, well that's about all that's useful here in South Cape, so let's get back to Lily and tell her we're ready to go. Yep. The cast of Jersey Shore liked this part so much that they made it 60% of their show. Let's pick yes. Just for kicks. And that's the last time we're going to see South Cape. Now technically we can go back once we get to Ittery Village, but in general once you leave a place, unless there's a specific plot reason for you to go back, you can never go back to that place again. Which is why the red jewel thing is so difficult. You can't backtrack to pick up the ones you missed. Sounds good to me. Playing songs on the flute is a time-honored tradition in revealing hidden secrets. And suddenly, Invisible Town. Oldest trick in the book. Well, not really. But I'll tell you this, Squaresoft loved the Invisible Town thing so much that they stole it and put it in Final Fantasy VIII for the city of Estar. Lily takes some parting shots at Kara, but let's ignore them for now and investigate this wood. Why? Because there was a red jewel in it. That one's at least easier to get than a lot of the others. You might think to look in the wood. This NPC tells us something very interesting. This will come back into play next time. But for now, let's keep following the plot. Where are you, plot? I can't find you. Oh, there you are. I knew her cooking was poisonous. Burn. Alright, so the big thing that we gotta do here is gain our first dark power. We've been kind of powerless, other than the whole transforming into a Dark Knight bent on stabbing everything with a giant sword. But now we're going to get an honest-to-goodness upgrade that lets us do stuff that we just flat out couldn't do before. And to find it, we first need to find a dark space. No dark space here. How about up? Well, there's a ramp. That could come into play later. Looks like we're going to be doing some jumping, but I think the dark space is up here. Yes, there it is, up there. You can see it just barely hidden around the stone hedge sort of thing. That statue of Will with a glowing ball indicates that it's time for a power-up. And what a power-up it is. Personally, I love the Psycho Dash. It's pretty much the equivalent of bombs in a Zelda game. You can use it to bust open funny walls, but it's a lot more practical in combat than bombs generally are in Zelda, because of the wait period on bombs. You have to pick them up and throw them, and then the enemy still has to be there when the bomb explodes a few seconds later. For the Psycho Dash, Will has to charge it up, but you can keep moving while you're charging and aim it at an enemy. Doing that sweet jump gets us over here to this flower graveyard, but oh, what's this? Is it the plot? Sure. Alright, so we just learned some very interesting stuff. Grandpa and Grandma are from this village. Will's mother was their daughter, who is also from this village, and she created the barrier that keeps it invisible. This never comes up again. But I don't see any statue here, so why don't we... Well, that wall looks funny. Why don't we stab it? You hear that? Much like in Zelda games, when you find a breakable wall and stab it, it makes a noise. Let's demonstrate the Psycho Dash again. That's how it looks as an attack. You can hit twice with it, it does a lot of damage, and like we just demonstrated, it acts as a bomb and blows up the wall. That statue was easy to find. Ain't no saying. So let's get back to the Elder and see if he can drop any more bombshells on us. That's not a legend, dude. That's a hint. That's a hint for a puzzle. Alright, so let's get off to see the Moon Tribe. I'm gonna forewarn you, the Moon Tribe freaks me right the fuck out. They are honestly scary to a 10-year-old. However, they've got the other Incan statue, and they have a lot of interesting things to tell us. So let's ditch Kara and go see him. Yeah, that's right, Lily. I did mention that I love Lily, right? She's by and far my favorite right now. Alright, let's get going to that Moon Tribe camp. It's not a particularly huge area, but there's a little action to be had and a whole lot of story and a lot of terrible translation. Or at least broken English. Hang on, no one's there. Ooh, pick A, pick A, pick A. What? You should have picked A. None of those choices are correct. You'll get the same dialogue no matter what. The important thing here is to find out what the light is. And 3 of these guys can help. Dark power, huh? I wonder if Will was exposed to this light. Alright, that just doesn't make any sense. Get out of here. Let's talk to this guy. Ah, now that is important. Maybe we should augment our quest to make that not happen. Like, I know we're supposed to find mystic statues, but that doesn't seem like it's gonna stop a, Incan death comet that's gonna mutate everything into those. I stand corrected. They turned them into the Moon Tribe and... these things. Killing them is no problem. 20 seconds may seem like a really short amount of time, but with the speed that Will can swing that flute and the incredible awesomeness of the jump attack, it ain't no thing. So let's just grab that statue and we'll be on our way. The slow crawls are starting to get to me. Man, Lily's even got the burns for Will. This is fantastic. Character of the Year, 1993. And this is a very long turn. Had to turn all the way south. To the mysterious land of Inca. Of course, that's not what the game's going to call it once we're in there. It's actually going to be called the Larai Cliff. And it will be our second dungeon. Priceless gold artifacts, huh? That ship sounds like a prime suspect for location of a mystic statue. But to get there, we're going to have to travel through this cliff full of traps and puzzles and dead things and things to kill. And Kara. I'll bet you could. Thanks for the refresher. Alright. Now that the girls have said their piece, let's get on with the dungeon. Next time, of course.